Listen, can we do a round of applause for Tubi? Tubi is coming through, man. Listen, I know Tubi gets a lot of flack because, some of the movies look kind of low budget. I think what a lot of people don't understand is, Tubi has originals, like they probably have a bigger budget with their movies, but also anybody can submit a movie. So, I mean, of course, you're going to see, some editing issues when you have a limited budget, right? So I get it. But I ran across this movie called Bury the Bride. Okay. All it said in the information was, a woman and her friends, they're on a bachelorette trip, and that they're interrupted by her fiance and bloodthirsting friends, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking that her fiance is on like some serial killer type stuff. Like he has a kink. He's sadistic. He's gonna, him and his buddies are gonna be killing people, killing the girls or whatever for fun, right? I did not know what I am going to tell you in just a few minutes. So anyway, horror films are notorious, right, for the main character or the characters doing things that are dumb as hell. Like, first of all, they get to this I want to call it Airbnb. It's her fiance's like land, right? So they get there. It's this raggedy little shack in the desert, right? Nothing around, no neighbors or anything. They get there. It stinks on the inside. There's a hot tub outside that they checked out. It's dirty with a goat head in it. See, at the point of the goat head, I would have been like, you know what? Let's go to the nearest Holiday Inn, Ramada or something, because we're not doing this stinky house with the barn and the goat head and the hot tub just sitting there. All right, soaking. I would have dipped then. All right. So also, like with a lot of horror films, when you have a group of people, you have like, okay, this type. So one of the friends is, I guess, like the slut. You have the nerd, which we find out when the nerd gets drunk that, what's her name? Liz. I'm gonna call her Liz, not the nerd, but she's the nerdy one, right? So we find out that the bachelorette was actually friends with her, and then I guess she got a little older, friends with her first, and she got a little older and started hanging with the cool girls or whatever. And then the slut, her name's June. And then it's her sister, and I think another girl went with them, right? Okay, so like I said, that was the first time they should have left that goat head. Then her fiance and his friends just show up out the blue. She knew they were coming, but she didn't tell her sister and her friends, right? Well, June, call her the free-spirited one, she decides to go with her fiance, her friend's fiance and their friends. They were like, well, we like to go hunting for bobcats or wildcats or something like that, right? And so for whatever reason, she goes with them. And here's my thing. There's no way in the world I will let my fiance go with my friend who is, friendly, a little too friendly with the boys. There's no way in the world I would let her go with my fiance and his friends and go off somewhere. Like, what? So they take her not too far from the house that they were in. I guess she thought they were going to the woods, right? This is where we find out what's really going on. And I want to tell you, but I kind of want you to be surprised like I am. We'll say this. She doesn't make it back to the house, and that's when everything starts to go left. It starts to really pick up after that scene. The movie's not that long. It's about an hour and 25 minutes, I'd say. So for a movie of that length, I'm glad they kind of got into it rather quickly. The fiance and his friends came within a few minutes of the movie starting. But yeah, shout out to Tubi for... I liked it. I actually liked it better than the last film I saw, which was on Max. I don't know what the distributor or however you say that was for that film. But I enjoyed this. Y'all got to give Tubi a chance. I think a lot of people are watching Tubi also because they hear about it so much. It goes viral on Twitter sometimes. But don't just watch Tubi movies to look for editing faux pas. Let's give these small budget films a chance. The acting was decent. I didn't recognize anyone in this film, so I'm guessing these are new actors or I think Tubi probably has a set of actors they work with as well because there's some people that I see on multiple movies on Tubi. I'm gonna have to look more into that to see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, so this just got added. I'm watching all the horror stuff that I can find on there. So Bury the Bride, pretty good, dope movie. I want to tell you more, but just go ahead and watch it. We all know Tubi is free subscription, man. Just put in your name, your email, just like you do anything else, and boom, you have an account. If there's anything I could change with the movie, I just wish some of the characters were a little smarter. Like I would have been left, but then again, I guess there wouldn't be a movie if they would have left then. Letting the friend go, knowing that she could have got, raped or something. I mean, that's something that could have happened because I don't care how sexually liberated you are, no one deserves to have someone get forced on them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was just totally against girl rules. Don't let your friend go off with a bunch of guys, right? Especially one being your fiance. What else did I write? I know the question you're probably asking is, does everyone get out alive? The trick question is no and yes. As far as her and her friends, no and yes. So that should probably give you a hint on who these guys are, her fiance and his friends. What horror, not person, but what thing in horror can you be alive, die, then come back? All right. So, look, I'm about to go watch another movie. I said, I definitely, as much as I watch TV, I should have like 4,000 videos right now. But life happens and everything. But anyway, again, Bury the Bride. Shout out to Tubi again for like the third time. Go ahead and watch it. And if you do watch it, if you sat through this entire review, watch it, come back in the comments and let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think Tubi's doing pretty well? I've done, I think the last Tubi original movie that I reviewed was Cinnamon, and Cinnamon was really, really good too. Cinnamon could have went to theaters, even though I know a lot of people aren't going to theaters as much. A lot of things go to streaming so fast. A lot of times people are just waiting for it to go to streaming. So I get it. But anywho, as always, y'all, peace and blessings. Have a good one. Stay spooky.